What up, guys? What's going on? G here. What's going on with everybody? We overdue for a correction. What's going on? It's G. Welcome to another show, another episode. Today I've got a good one. We've got to talk about today Polestar's price action. We'll also talk about a few different articles. I do have some Tesla stuff. If you guys are interested, I'll definitely cover that as well. But I hope everyone's doing well. Market kind of sold off towards the end of the day, so that's what I'm going to be talking about too. Uh, so if you guys don't mind, just hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to know when I go live next time and stuff. But let's go ahead and take a look at Polestar's price action today. Basically been following those projections that we were talking about breaking 760 and all that. Today we actually broke above $8. We got to a high of 826. Did end up closing a little under it, but I think everything's looking good. So make sure to stick to the end. We'll take a look at the charts. Volume is starting to pick up, 2.4 million. That's looking good. Still above average, but better than 1 million, am I right? And obviously everything is selling off at the end of the day, and actually after hours too. So 3% low volume, but we'll take a look at the chart in just a second. Let's first take a look at one of the first articles I got for you today. This is actually more related to Uber, electric rideshare options coming to Charlotte. Okay, now why is this important? Well, if you guys don't know, Uber actually, I guess, partnered up or started expanding their fleet to include the Polestar. And they're actually having incentives for Uber employees or contractors to upgrade to an electric vehicle. And I think some of the customers also have a like a different tier that they can upgrade to request an electric vehicle. And so this is just going to help Polestar's expansion and recognition, I would say. So the new ride options allows users to request a premium electric vehicle like Tesla Polestar or the Mach-E. This came out, I think, today. Big changes are coming to Uber in the Queen City. The rideshare company announced it's launching Uber Comfort Electric in 14 cities. Now, I think we've talked about this already, but now they're going to actually include Charlotte. So I guess they're just actually adding to their expansion. And yeah, pretty good stuff. Not too much new other than we already knew that this was coming to San Diego, California, and Los Angeles. And now they're just doing more cities. So great stuff, right? Comfort Electric was initially launched for riders San Francisco, San Diego, Los Angeles back in May. And we covered that. And now they're doing 14 cities in America, as they announced today on Thursday. So pretty good stuff there, I would say. Now Charlotte is announcing it has to work 100% of its Charlotte this year announced that the city that they were going to be working on 100% of its vehicle fleet and facilities fueled by zero emissions by 2030. So kind of ambitious there, somewhat like California. Don't know if that'll actually happen, but at least they got to start somewhere. Is what I'm trying to get at. And I think that was all I saw on this article here. Our sustainability goal is bold. Exactly, I just said that. Some people would like to say it's unattainable, and I guess that I'm one of those people, but we don't use that word here in Charlotte. Mayor V. Lyles said. They are currently made up of more than 4,200 vehicles, from fire trucks to small sedans, but that total, only 88 of those vehicles are electric. So big outlier there. Only 88 vehicles of 4,200 are electric. So about 2% of their total numbers. But I do think with this new Comfort Electric coming to Carolina, this can definitely maybe get more exposure for Polestar, just the electric vehicle sector in general. So what do you guys think about that? Just wanted to double, circle around to this one since we talked about it a few weeks ago, or actually months now, since it's May. The other thing that came out, this was actually really interesting. It's a zero emissions partnership. So Polestar actually quadruples number of partners working on the climate neutral Polestar Zero project. So they're actually welcoming 12 new partners to the Project Zero project. So if you guys know, this is that one model that I guess that's their goal, honestly, with all vehicles, to get zero emissions and just have a cleaner, what's the word? Cleaner world. Each partner will focus on certain materials, components, processes involved in the production of cars. The new partner listed are below, and they're just going to basically, be comprised of plastics, composites, chemicals, and metals as well. So, the transport sector is the fastest growing greenhouse emitting sector, expected to reach a share of more than 30% of total greenhouse gas emissions in the future, according to the new United Nations program. Here is a list of all their partners, or the new ones that they're coming out with, and they all basically share the same goal: decarbonize the complete supply chain and manufacturing process. So that is actually one thing that stands out about Polestar, because they might be leading this. I think Tesla is trying to do something similar with zero emissions as well, but they really are taking that initiative with this program. So they've already opened a second call for calibration, targeting transformative solutions for new technologies to create man-made materials without any greenhouse gas emissions. So just trying to be more clean and stuff, chemicals, plastics, and other materials. Here is the partners that they are using for the Polestar Zero project. And I think one in particular, the one that I have an article on, is Bolton. They're going to be focusing on the fasteners. And I don't really want to cover all of these specifically, but you can just take a look at all the different areas that they'll be focusing on. So Pensa is going to be doing earth materials, Boliden, copper, and other materials, paper shell. I guess basically the same thing, paper shell, what's in their name based on paper. And then we have a few different chemical partnerships. So SACAB will be doing the bio-based chemicals. Bolton is like fasteners, the thing that go on the bolts, and so on. I guess I don't need to read the rest of these. But yeah, different materials, different partnerships, all trying to do the same goal at the very end. And if you guys don't know, the project Polestar Zero is that the moonshot goal of creating the first truly neutral climate car by 2030. So that'll be coming out in just a couple years, about eight years, a little less than 8 actually. So I won't go too much into the Project Zero. We've basically done videos and talked about that. Yeah, I think that was it. I think that was all I saw in this article here. Yeah, nothing new here. So let's move on to the next article, and then we'll talk about what I've got. Well, actually, let me show you. Bolton is the fastener persons. Just a little, I guess, something I found on them. They're basically gonna start the development project with them, and they're trying to help them build, like I said, the Project Zero. But just some remarks from them. We are truly honored to be part of the project, the Polestar Zero project, and to assist one of our customers in developing a truly climate neutral vehicle. We take sustainability work extremely serious and see this as an opportunity to share our knowledge, but also learn from the other partners involved. So they're gonna, I think they've been here around for a while. Actually, I saw an article, but they've been here for around Bolton. They're a big part, I guess, of the team and some of the other partnerships. So good to see that they're finally getting some partnerships, and I believe Bolton is out of Sweden as well, so it just makes sense for that partnership as well. One other article that I want to talk about is this one that came out just a few days ago. The auto market is slowly recovering, and these stocks may outperform. And surprisingly, of course, since we're talking about Polestar, they made the list. I guess the main thing is automakers have been beat down pretty bad. Tesla's recovered pretty well. Ford's been doing all right. But the ones that made the list today are Ford, Polestar, and Rivian. And actually, these have been performing pretty good in the stock. I think Polestar's back up to 8 now. Ford 13, I think maybe 13.5. And then Rivian had a crazy run up to about $40, which, yeah, we kind of talked about that when it was around $33, $35. And we did see that possibility of going to $40. So I'm not sure if you guys are interested in reading all of this, but I can definitely go through it if you like. So the main reason that they like Ford is, I mean, I guess what's not to like about Ford? They're a legacy automaker, but some of the biggest success is going to come from the EVs, just the transition into EVs. Right now, they're combining their electric vehicle sector, the Mach-E, with the legacy stuff, right? But eventually they're going to shift towards fully electric, and they're looking for about 6,000 vehicles by 2023. So, I guess what can I say about them? Not too much negative stuff. They're just a little bit behind, but I think they can ramp stuff up. Now, more excitedly here, I'm excited for Polestar. I mean, they have just introduced that new model, the P2, and they're going to be talking about the P3 very shortly, next month, actually. And yeah, they're just on record or on track to produce record numbers for this year. Total sales have increased 125%. Similarly, sales, increasing at the same rate as second quarter. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they expect to have bigger productions in the next quarter just because of the P3. So we'll see how that works out. Because I wasn't sure that they would be taking deliveries this year for the P3. I thought they would just be doing reservations, but we'll get to see how that works out next month. Revenue came in at 1 billion now. So some of the stuff we've already covered. If you're already in Polestar, you probably know most of this stuff already. And the price of sales thing, this is actually very interesting. We've came down far. I would say we could be overvalued around $15, $13. When things get more, more tight and the market starts, really pricing things in a little bit more strictly, then yes, you could say Polestar was overpriced. But now around $6 or $7, I think it's a pretty good price to sales ratio of 6.8. And then I think, is that this year? That might be next year's, but definitely coming down. So you usually want a lower price to sales. That just gives you a better value for your stock. And then lastly, of course, Rivian. I'm not going to cover Rivian. They are kind of on track to do a certain amount of vehicles this year. They didn't lower their guidance, which is, the one thing I do like about them over Lucid and some of the others. They're already delivering stuff, but I guess the only thing that's really killing them is that cash burn. And they do have that saving grace with the dope or the huge balance sheet that they have. So that's one thing that definitely people do like about them. And then they did do that partnership with Mercedes, so that'll kind of help mitigate some of those cash burns. One thing I do want to cover now, this is actually something that came in shortly after as well. Fortis Advisors LLC actually bought a new position in Polestar, and I do have a few other ones that actually got a position in Polestar. As far as Fortis, though, they did 10,000 shares, which is about $100,000. So they ended up getting, if we could do the math really quick, we were trading so on September 10th, I think we were trading at $7. So if they paid, I guess I could do this right here. So 1,400 divided by 10,000. Did they pay $11? I don't think that's right. But if they did, that means they're expecting for these shares to at least be valued, at $11, right? If they want to break even at the very least. Just based on that quick math, 10,000, so 100,000, 14 divided by 10,000 is about $11. So it looks like that's maybe where they bought those shares at, especially since this is actually in the first quarter. So prices would have been trading higher. So I do see upside in Polestar's price action. Right now we are trading at 8. So that is about, let's see, $3 from 8. That'd be 37%. So about 37%. Yeah, about 37% upside from where these guys, it looks like they bought in. Some of the other institutional hedge funds that they've bought, you probably maybe not have heard of these guys. HSBC Holdings, they've bought 800,000, so almost $1 million worth. And the only other one that I really do care for is this one here, and that is going to be F3 Logic. They own 36,000 shares, $500,000 basically. So, and then you have another $500,000 here by Cetera Advisors, but I think we've covered this one last time, but just bringing that one and circling it back. Overall, the whole institutional investors is still over 23%, so very bullish on that as well. The last thing I want to cover is going to be this short borrow fee rate on this. We've basically talked about this for a while now, but it's been increasing. Just a few days ago, we were like a little under 200. Then we kind of hung out around the 200, 250. And then most recently today, and I guess yesterday, the price for the fee has been going up. Actually broke 300%. So that is something to definitely keep in mind. Now, I was looking at some of the outstanding shares. Right now, they have 10,000 shares available to short. But if you look at the total institutional, we got some data that came in at the end of August. So short float, that's not available, but the short percentage, or the short percent of shares outstanding as of August 31st is 0.39%. So not necessarily a short squeeze candidate. We would need this to be at least 5% or something. So if I did mislead people with the short squeeze, I do apologize. But now that we have this data available, we can see that there's still far bigger shares out there that aren't shorted than the percent that is shorted, right? So it might not be a short candidate, but the borrow fee rate will definitely get more dangerous for them as the price does go up. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the chart and we'll take a look at that really quick. Well, actually, let's talk about, should we talk about SPY? I'm not sure if you guys want me to talk about it. Let's talk about Polestar first, and then we'll talk about SPY. So we've talked about this one last time. I'm going to take off the volume profile. Well, I'll leave it on. So we do have a cup and handle that we talked about, inverse head and shoulders here, and everything's looking good. Towards the end of the day, we did sell off, but I think that's leading, or has to do with the market also leading or falling. Let me clear this off really quick. I might just have to clear everything. Yeah, let me just clear all the drawings. We basically have been on point with some of these callouts though. We had this resistance here that we talked about. Now, if we could break outside of it, things would look very bullish, and we did get back up to about $8.20. So that's the next level of resistance here. My target is actually $9. That is if the market can continue to stay sideways at the very least. But obviously the futures are actually coming down, so I think tomorrow we probably will retouch this 760 if we're not already touching that right now. I know after hours looks pretty bad, so I do maybe expect a retouch of 750, 760 right here. But in the long term, I was expecting a retouch of $9 here, and the reason is we have the inverse head and shoulders here, basically, right? And so usually that distance from here to here, and we basically called that out last time, it's going to be from here all the way from here. Conservatively, I think we're looking at that price right here, about $8.90, $9, let's just say $9. So that is my price target for it. As long as we stay above I think 770, 760, I think we should be good. The trend is still there, so trend is your friend. So I would definitely watch that still as well. Everything's looking really good though. I really do like that this played out really well. You could even say it's a cup and handle. If you want to say cup and handle, I think that's more appropriate. Regardless, the price or the distance should be about similar to $9, $8.90. So we'll see how that plays out. One thing to note also is the volume profile, and I might have to go to the daily to see this, or actually here it kind of shows our resistance isn't really till that price target that we have. So that's another thing to note. You can see the volume profile is decreasing, right? So that is good. It looks like it'll be easier for us to navigate through these waters and get to that price target that we have there. So that would be something to watch. If we end up selling or breaking this this support here, $7, and I guess we could just say 750 since we have that volume profile here, then I would definitely anticipate a sell-off more into 670, 660, back to these lower lows down here. But definitely watch that ascending support, and then also 750, 760 right here. So those are the two levels that I'll be watching. But really, Polestar, I think, is just a buy and hold opportunity here. We have events coming next month, so not much to hate on it, honestly. Let's go to the daily time frame, see what we got here. Yeah, most of that volume resistance is going to be down at $10. But like I showed you guys on the 1 hour, we do have resistance here around 9. So really incremental, 9, 10, those are going to be those levels to watch. One thing I want to cover is going to be the SPY really quick. So it doesn't look great on the daily, but on the 1 hour, this is what I track. I did mention in Discord that we probably had a bear flag right here. And it does look like we are breaking down now, which is, it does make sense now looking at the picture here. So we broke down. Sometimes on the bear flags, you break down, and then you come back and retest it, and then you fall really to the to the downside. So what I'm looking for in the SPY is going to basically be this distance here, and we're going to copy that over. So I think we're going to fill the gap on our way down. I think we have a gap at 378, but I do think our downside is going to be to this 373, 375. You can see that is where the volume profile does pick up as well. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm actually low-key bearish on the SPY. It's been a little frustrating because it's been going sideways and stuff, but I do think that maybe if the data comes out a little negative, then we'll probably continue to sell off. So one thing about sell-offs is like you get these huge moves and then you get these times of consolidation before you get that next move. So it does look like we've consolidated and we're finally starting to do that breakdown. And that's what I'm looking for right there. It's just very frustrating because sometimes these moves, these consolidation phases take a little bit longer. So obviously I have been frustrated with it as well. But if data comes in good, so we have Michigan. I think we can actually look that up. Let's see what we have tomorrow. We'll just go to investing.com really quick. And we'll go to news and economic calendar. We're going to go for tomorrow data. So we have retail. Where's the Michigan stuff? So Michigan consumer expectations. That's basically, I can just bring this up for you guys. Show you guys what Michigan consumer expectations are. So Michigan sentiment index includes two major components: the current conditions component and the expectations component. So the current conditions component is based on the answers to 2 standard questions, and the expectations component is based on 3 standard questions. So this number is the expectations part of the overall index. A higher than expected number should be taken as positive to the USD, while a lower number is expected as negative. That is the final number. So we are expecting, I guess, hold up, let me try to get this right. Higher consumer expectations and conditions, the sentiments. I think we would want something higher, right? And that would be good for the market. But with lower expectations, then I think the market would sell off again. And so these are some of the past numbers that came in. We've actually missed the last, this was December. I might need to get some more recent data. Let me go to the 1 year. Are we on the 1 year already? Here we go. So in line, we actually missed here, or was this better? And then we actually beat here. This was on August 26th. So that is some of the data to watch for. Previous 58, forecast is 54. So the expectations are going to come down, is what it looks like. And we'll just run through this one more time. Current market conditions and expectations component. So the current market condition, expectation, what is this? The answers to 2 standard questions, and the expectations component is based on 3. So the number is the expectations part of the overall index. A higher than expected number should be taken as positive to the USD, while a lower number is expected as negative. That is the final number. Okay. And then I think we have one other data point. Let me see if we have something else tomorrow. US Baker total rig count. I think there's one other thing that's more important. It's none of this stuff. I think that's all we have tomorrow, actually. Yeah, I think that's it. We have, like, I guess commodity updates or something, but I'm not sure. This is another one, big one too, right? Inflation expectations, current conditions. So just Michigan data is basically what to look for tomorrow. And that can definitely impact the market. So if we get bad data, then we'll probably sell off to possibly 370, 375. That's my target based off the bear flag here. And then the volume profiles, you can see these are like supply zones and or demand zones. So people should step in around these levels, but we already broke this demand zone here. So we could, start selling off pretty aggressively, breaking, I would say 387. There's not much volume profile there. So that's what I'll be looking for tomorrow. I think we covered SPY pretty good. We could obviously go up, but I would just look at the data first. And we talked about Polestar's chart already. I want to go back over to some news just kind of related to Tesla. And I want to tie this in because they're actually changing their business model or their perspective for China and just the retail strategy. Basically, what they're doing is they're reevaluating the way they sell their electric cars in China, which right now is their current second biggest market, by the way. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because Polestar manufactures their cars out there. They also do have a market in China. And so this will definitely be like something to look out for, something that we could consider as well coming, towards the end of the year. They are considering closing some showrooms in the flashy malls in cities like Beijing, where traffic has plunged during their COVID restrictions, right? So if they're not getting any traffic, there's no point in using any expenses for the showrooms. We have the the spaces. Polestar has their spaces. So, Polestar might start cutting down on their market expansions, just on, areas that don't have as much traffic as they used to. Especially since it's winter, I guess maybe people don't go out as much as well. So they could reallocate some of the focus back on, maybe digital marketing ads or something like that versus actually making and building, ramping up like showrooms. So that's the reason I wanted to bring this up, because Tesla obviously is the leader. So sometimes the steps that they take are pretty initiative and others usually follow. So Polestar could do something similar to this coming, towards the end of the year. They're going to put more emphasis on stores in less costly suburban locations that can also provide repairs. So it looks like they're also going to be trying to improve their service sector, their service department for their existing customers. So they've had many complaints on longer delayed services and stuff. And I think a lot of the EV companies, so Lucid and Polestar, they do have their service, like their service vans and stuff as well. So this will be something that they could also, pivot on. As part of that push, Tesla is also ramping up hiring technicians and other staff for services in China. China's recruitment website has showed more than 300 open job openings for service jobs as of Thursday. So that's really cool. I think they're definitely trying to be more efficient with their cash burn. And I think Polestar should definitely get a page out of their book. What you guys think? So, in response to a Tesla owner in Texas, complained that he had been waiting a month to get his vehicle fixed, that he had made advanced Tesla service to make it awesome. That's all tying into some of those changes. He's basically replying like, "Yo, we got stuff on the way." So, I think that was everything I saw on this one. Like automakers, yeah. Tesla owns all of its own stores. So, yeah, they're not renting stuff out. I think that's it. I think that's all it says on the showrooms. So just wanted to kind of tie that into Polestar. Maybe they do something like that down the road. Another thing that's interesting is these exploring building a lithium refining plant in Texas. So I think initially Polestar was trying to do, or not Polestar, Tesla was trying to do some expansion or factory in Germany and stuff. But now that the US is doing incentives and stuff, Tesla has refocused their expansion into the US to take advantage of those tax breaks and stuff. So what are they basically doing? Key points here: battery grade lithium prices are soaring because supply is tight due to robust demand for lithium ion batteries for electric vehicles. And as more and more people try to, pivot over to electric vehicles, whether it's Kia, BMW, like Mercedes, this demand is going to stay there basically. Now demand is going to come down because the economy is slowing down, but as more people jump on board, the demand is still going to be there. So I don't know if, lithium prices will necessarily come down as many people think they will. It might just kind of stay stagnant. EV makers are concerned about being able to produce enough lithium to meet their long-term production goals. Yeah, so that'll definitely be an issue as well, right? Because you need this to, it's basically the computer, it's basically the motherboard of the car, and you need that to make the batteries. So Tesla, Elon might finally be throwing his hat into the U.S. lithium rush now underway. I'm pretty sure it has to do, I haven't read this article, but I'm pretty sure it might have to do with tax breaks. And yeah, here it is. Seeking a property tax break in Texas. So Tesla is exploring the feasibility of developing a battery-grade lithium refinery on Gulf Coast of Texas or Louisiana, according to its late August filing of an application seeking a property tax break in Texas. Yeah, yep. Okay. I don't think there was much else on this thing. This is just showing us how they're trying to save money, basically. Trying to find if they have the Germany stuff in here, but I don't think they're gonna have any of that. So it looks like these are some of the locations that they might consider making that factory in. Louisiana's site is running, and they're running too. So not too important news. It's just basically taking advantage of any tax breaks that are in the U.S. versus doing any investment outside the U.S. I think that's all I have. There are some interesting articles that came out today. Apple surpasses Tesla as the most shorted U.S. stock. So that was a title that Tesla has held for some time now. I guess 864 days or more than 2 years is when they held this crown, or how long they held the crown. And then Tesla has actually become one of the most shorted stocks because I guess it's been holding its stock price so well versus everything else, right? So SPY keeps dumping. Not dumping, but we've just been coming down, selling off, showing a lot of weakness in the market. And Apple just seems to, continue holding pretty strong, actually going up on some days. So a lot of people are piling into shorts. So I just thought this was pretty interesting that Apple is now the most shorted stock over Tesla. One last thing I want to share with you guys. Let me make sure I have this. Analyst weighs in on EV makers as adoption shifts to top gear. I guess not really too much on this, but just wanted to show you guys some of the initiated ratings that some of these got. So one of the ones that obviously you guys know is going to be Tesla, but they did get an underperform to hold as part of the transition primary coverage from, I don't know who this guy is, but they've, for the most part, they've got a price target of, I think, like 360. The more interesting ones are definitely going to be Fisker. They got a buy rating and a price target of $12. I'm not exactly sure where they're trading at now. They might be like, what is it, $8 or $10? Let me look really quick. Oh, $9 now. So it's been going up a little bit. The other one that's really interesting is Rivian hold rating, and a Lucid with the underperform. So Lucid, just to kind of show you guys, they've been getting a lot of media coverage just based off price targets and stuff. I guess maybe that's what I need to pivot off to. One of them that came in for Lucid, I think this came in today, they got a buy rating from Citigroup. So their price target is now $28 for the Lucid, with a buy rating reinstated by equities researchers at Citigroup, issued on Thursday. There's a few other ones that came out. So one of the ones that came out earlier is the $19 strike. That was issued by RF Lafferty, so I don't really know who that is. I think there's really, so we have 19. Then we also have two other research analysts that rated with the sell rating. They didn't really give us a price, but overall the average is $30 for Lucid, with a consensus hold rating of hold. So not exactly sure if that's gonna happen. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. The other one that came in is underperformed, so this is more realistic for me. That's the one I showed you guys. They basically gave it a underperform, and yeah, that's what it is. So let me just run back through Polestar really quick, and I think that should cover about everything we have to talk about today. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I don't think anybody's in here today. Everybody's watching football, getting ready for football. That's why I don't want to make this one too long either, because I'm going to get ready for football too. So I think the chart looks good. Like I said, hold 760, and then if we do break that, then we might come back down to 670. But definitely just watch that trend there. So I think that's it. The last thing I want to show, and we can actually do this live. I haven't looked at it, but we can just take a quick peek at the unusual flow and see what kind of money is going into Polestar really quick. Let's just do that. PSNY. We're just gonna do, like 2,000, because this one doesn't really get too much premium. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do short-term expiration. So date till expiration 35 days. It looks like there's getting a lot more call volume, 64% call volume. Most of the premium is going to puts, so it could be that they're closing their puts or they're getting credit for puts, and then most of the flow is bearish. So people could start stepping back in as and start shorting it. But let's bump some of this up just to 5,000, see what we get. Yeah, so they're selling puts, which is actually bullish, and then they're buying puts here for the $15. This is for this week. And then we have the ones for October. So that's actually very weird that they're doing. These are actually near the middle though, so not necessarily bearish. Since the spread is basically 655, 715, and the spot was 685. So this could go either way. They could be buying them or they could be selling these. For me personally, I think they would probably be selling these to get this $6 in credit. And then they expect the Polestar or the stock to close above not the 16s, but the 10s, the 10 16s, these right here. Oops, wrong one. It's on the spread. These right here, the 1021s, I would expect them to be getting credit on these. So they would be getting 8,000 in premium. So that makes more sense. I think they're probably collecting $750 per contract, so about $8,000 in premium, because they expect this to be over $15. That's what I'm thinking, but it can definitely go both ways because the spot fills in the middle. Let me quickly look at the COPE, and then I think we should be done. COPE is coming down, so let's go to the overall flow history. This is where I like to basically spend most of my time in. So there's more call volume. Just get rid of that. There's more call volume than put volume right now. We're going to get rid of those and look at the bullish and bearish premium. Oh, so it looks like bearish premium is coming up ahead. So it could mean that it's the end of the trend. It looks like we could be coming back down to 770. We broke $8 today, which was huge. But if we don't get above $8 again, we could be seeing some downside. Obviously, watch that downtrend that I mentioned. Total open interest is near the highs, so we are, as open interest was increasing, we were expecting a bigger move. So those bigger moves have shown up. But now things are starting to look bearish a little bit. Let's take a look at so there's still more call volume. That's actually interesting. Total open interest is 143K to the call side and 97K to the put side. Yeah, not really any bullish premium came in today, which is actually very weird. It could just be based off the puts that came in. Obviously, they were selling a lot of puts and buying a lot of puts. But the call volume is 64%. So actually, that's very interesting. So one thing I'm going to take a look at really quick, and that's going to be the hot chain sticker right here. We're going to see what's going on with the premium real quick. So we had 253,000. That's going to the $12 puts, completely bearish. It looks like they are basically buying $12 puts for this week. So they want to probably leave this under $12, my assumption. And then we have $30 or the $10 for 930. Now these are kind of down the middle, so they could be selling or buying these. Not exactly sure. We'll have to look into the flow in just a bit. These are way out the money, so I wouldn't be too concerned. I think they could just be having these as a hedge. Everything else is kind of small though. We have the January 120s, but that's so far out. I wouldn't look at those for short-term action, and they're bearish as well. So these are the main three. It looks like the 250s I wouldn't even worry about either. It looks like hedges, and then these two are put activities. So obviously we probably won't get above $12 this week. That's what I'm getting out of this. They're collecting this much in premium. So it could be that they're closing these out since they have high open interest, low volume. Let me take a look at that. So they've had these puts for a while now. They've had these since August 3rd. They loaded these up August 3rd. Let's see where we were at August 3rd. On August 3rd, where were we? August 3rd. So we were here. And then I guess we had a little mini run up, but then we dumped. So these puts should be up, right? Well, there's $4. They were worth $4. How much are they up now? They're basically break even. Interesting. That's so weird. So they didn't really make money off of these. Yo, what's up, Mr. Plug? What's going on, man? I'm about wrapping this one up, brother. I'm about to get ready for some football. What's going on with you? Oh, I didn't even know you guys posted on Twitter or Discord. How are we feeling about the market, though? Like the video, guys. Yeah, like the video. I'm about wrapped up. I was just talking about Polestar for some of the people in the back. Yes, sir. Everything's selling off, but this is the anti-inflationary stock right here, my brother. Got my Tesla put though around 302. Yeah, man. Bad day for us, huh? Sideways action. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How much am I running? I'm running 41 minutes right now. I think I covered everything pretty fast. Maybe too fast. Let's talk about, since this will be Mr. Big Kahuna just joined. What's up, man? What's going on? Hey, hit the like button if you can, guys. Hit the like button. I'm kidding. Big Kahuna, I was hoping for 865. What's up? What's up? I think, yeah, we've on Polestar we covered the levels pretty good earlier. I'm gonna run this back for some of the people that just joined. So we've been talking about the inverse head and shoulders right here, right? But it looks more like a cup and handle now, and it broke the cup. And so the end target is up here. My target's still $9. That's if the markets continue. Bro, I searched you like 40 minutes and you weren't live yet. Are you sure? For real? Let me check. Oh, 40 minutes ago? I just got live like really quick. But I'm gonna get ready for the football game soon. You feel me? Anybody watching the football? Yeah, I got Herbie, man. I got Herbie. The Chargers, they need to come through for me. We should do good. I mean, Mahomes is Mahomes, but yeah, so what let me not get distracted. Big Kahuna is looking for 865. That's up here. Honestly, yeah, 890 is my target. Go Chiefs? Oh man, I don't know. I didn't know you were a Chiefs fan. I see you though. I see you. They still got Kelsey, but Tyreek Hill is doing things in Miami right now. Yeah, I need to do a live stream just about talking about football. Let me really wrap up Polestar again, and then we'll talk about the SPY again. For the people that just joined, if you have questions, just put them in the comments. I've already went over most of the news that I want, so you might need to go back and rewind that after I cut the stream. But for price targets and stuff, I'm still looking for $9. And then, this is just the buy and hold mission here, the operation with Polestar. I don't really look at my position with this one. I just, because I know we have the event next month. I think that's going to be huge. After that, Polestar can come back down to $7, obviously, but they'll just be in there'll be a new phase. They'll be at a new stage in their company. So I don't know if they would come back down to 7 or 6. Let's be more realistic. 6. I don't know if we could see 6, but right now I'm feeling bullish because of the cup and handle, the breakout, and as long as we stay above this resistance or this support right here. Yeah, we are seeing some, bearish volume, but that necessarily doesn't mean complete sell-off. It's just a small pullback. So we could see this retouch of the ascending support and then continue onwards. That's my plan, but we'll see how it goes or how it behaves here. And the thing that I like about it is the volume profile. You can see the volume profile is decreasing. It doesn't pick up till like $10. So we've got some room to go. And then you got the 10, you got the 9 obviously here. but there's no volume. There's no volume right here, honestly. So it's easy roads to $9, I think. What's up, investing money? Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna clear some of these things. Let's go buy Polestar. Yeah, man. Hey, we've been bullish. We've been bullish. Small pullbacks continue. It's strong, and that's what basically this looks like to me right now. You know, we break into a resistance, come back, and we broke into a resistance, coming back, and maybe it keeps going. Let's talk about its SPY though. I think we are gonna start seeing the downside now. Man, where were you guys at like 20-30 minutes ago? I was talking about everything. So what I talked about in Discord, I just mentioned, I plugged up this chart in there, is I saw a bear flag here, and basically that's a bearish pattern. And what happened, or what it looks like it happened, is sometimes for the bear flags, you break down and then you come and retest it, and then you break down. So I am bearish on SPY right now, but the only outlier is that data that's coming out tomorrow. It's called Michigan Sentiment Expectations, and that is gonna definitely depend what happens tomorrow, I think. Now, we already had bad CPI data, so I'm expecting bad Michigan data. On the volume profiles, we just broke like the major support, right? 393, 390, you could say. We did close at above 390, but after market's already taken a dump. Our next like big support is like 378, where we have this well, 375, let's just say. That's where our volume profile is. But I have this marked out in red because this is a gap fill that we need to fill. And that's kind of on our way down to the bear flag. And the way I got this distance is basically the distance of the pole will be the distance of the breakdown. So that's how I got that. And I think that's it. Oh, also we broke these ascending support, which we've had marked out for a few days now. And so we broke underneath that. So I do think we retouched the lows, which is going to be down here. 375 to be conservative, but the low is like 372. So that's what I'm looking at. How are you guys feeling? I was eating a block of cheese on the couch in my undies. Oh shit, I was a little busy. I see, you know, you gotta handle the priorities, my brother. Buys going down, anticipating 100 basis point via Feds. Oh yeah, we do have big data next week too. Tomorrow's Friday, man. The week went by super fast. Like looking at the line all day, every day, man, and then seeing no price action. So what I was looking at is like, usually after like big moves like this, like huge dumps or huge rips, you do have that moment of consolidation, that phase consolidation, and that's like the most annoying part for me, right? I gotta learn to just sit on the sidelines and not take trades. Just let that consolidation phase form out, and then when you see the breakouts, that's when you start seeing the moves. And we basically saw that back here too. You can see we consolidated for a few days, and then the move is just going to be as big as the consolidation phase. So the more you consolidate, the bigger the move. Now this consolidation isn't as much as that, but the move should still be pretty good, pretty dramatic. Now they'll go to 75. I think the 75, some people were saying we're priced in already, so I'm not sure if it really will affect the data or the Powell that much. I think he needs to do 100 though, just to be like, I don't know if you guys watch Maverick of Wall Street, but yeah, we need to go with 100, man. Like if you don't kill inflation, it's gonna come back stronger. That's the main thing I've learned. So you gotta kill inflation, or else you're just like, yeah, you're not doing much damage control. I think we will see SPY bounce, then buy puts. I don't know, man. Where's the futures at right now? What they looking like? I think it might be GG right now. Just depend. I mean, we could see a bounce if the data is like not as bad. But if the data is bad, we're already gonna gap down. We're gonna stay down at this range now. So I think we have a new range now. Let me go ahead and add that range. We're just gonna add that range down here. Just basically somewhere around here. So now we had this range here where we were bouncing back and forth. Now we might have this new range down here, which actually lines up to our bear flag as well, kind of. I might need to move it up just a little bit so it matches our volume profile. That's basically how I get my ranges also, by the way. So you get the volume profile and then you can just mark out your ranges. So these 3 big spikes are the ranges that I got. Just FYI if you guys had questions on that. But yeah, I think tomorrow should be interesting. I don't know what to expect. At this point, I think we sell off into Powell, and then Powell might pump the market up. Yeah, because I think, what was it? Well, I don't actually know when Powell spoke last. I might have to look that up and just see how data, or how we were leading into data for Powell. Wouldn't it be, it would have been August 27th or something, right? Let me just look really quick. So he's speaking next week on the 20th, 21st. So I'm guessing maybe he spoke on like the 24th. So let's see what we did on the 24th. August 24th. Nah, that can't be it. He didn't, no, we were on recession or something. Or recess. So the last one was July, what, 20th? Yeah, 20. Let me look really quick. July, what was the July numbers? July 27th or 20th? It looks like it was the 20th. No, it was the 20. What? 26? Was this when he started talking about? The 26th? 27th? It looks like this was the day he spoke, the 27th. Even though that's not much help, honestly. He did the 20th and 21st. Yeah, that's the 20th for this coming month. I meant like previously, like on July. Was July the last time he talked? It looks like it was on the 20th, 26th, 27th. Usually on a Wednesday when they talk, when they do the data on Wednesdays. I think it was the 27th. Then after that, he basically confirmed the bullishness, right? Or was it this one? Or was it the 20th? If it was the 20th, it wouldn't make sense. I think it's this one. Yeah, I think it was this. 826. 826 is... Yeah, that was the Jackson hole, though. I was talking about the... I might have to just look it up, honestly. Let me go. Let me look this up really quick. Investing.com. I was looking at the September data. When was the September data? Or the, not September, the July data. When did that stuff come out? We're gonna do 2 months also. Actually, let me just do July 20th to the 31st. And then we're gonna do control FOMC. So it was on the 27th. Yeah, rate higher decision. Okay, so now let's look at how we behaved going into that. We were selling off going into that. So it looks like we could be selling off leading into Powell, and then maybe we run up after. Let me look at one more data point. Let's do June's. Let's do June's data point. That would be here. June's data point. That's probably, let me look, 30th. Control FOMC. Where is it? FOMC projection statements. What day is this? This is the 15th of June. I don't know if that's that actually. FOMC bullet. Okay, master members. Okay, so June, it was for June's month, it was on the 15th. Is that right? Let me go back to the first one. It was on let me make sure, 15th. June 15th. What did we do June 15th? June 15th. So we were kind of selling off into Powell. So this also looks like we sold off into Powell. And then this one was sell off into Powell. So we could be selling off maybe tomorrow and Monday. And then I think tomorrow we sell off. And then Monday we relief bounce. Tuesday we run back up because I think Powell's going to pump it. What do you guys think? That's just based off 2 data points. So I'm gonna actually mark this out so we have this next time. What should I use? What should I use? Just gonna use this. It was June 15th. And then I'm gonna copy this. And we did this for July also. Oh fuck. So these are 2 data points that we have. June, what was this? What was the July one? The 27th? I think it was the 27th. I think we sold off 15. Where's June 15? June 15, we did this one. June 15 and July 27th. So those are 2 data points for Fed. And so we sold off on both occasions. So I would think we sell off into the Powell pump and dump, baby. Yes. Ride the waves. Bro, it's been some rough waves, honestly. I can't handle it. It's like hella stressful. Like if you take a look at just like, let me just get rid of the volume profile because it gets on my nerves sometimes. But like, man, you were making easy bread here. Like, yeah, we had our hiccups here and there, and things started to get more, you know, bumpy roads. But that's because things were changing. But when we get in a stable market like this, you can just kind of always like follow technicals and actually make money, because there's not like this big fear looming over your head that, oh, Powell can do this, or recession, or just market crash, right? After we get that market crash, we're going to be chilling. We're going to be sitting so nice, because that big fear that we have right now, which is makes me conservatively bearish, or keeps me bearish, is, you know, possible recession, market correction, all the indicators like oil, gold, everything's just like doing it's just insanity right now. But yeah, surfing has been crazy rough. But yeah, once we get that big, you know, that event, you know, I'm not saying like a Lehman Furry crash and stuff, but like just a correction, then we get into a stable, like, all right, we did the recession, you know, everything's behind us now, let's just rebuild the economy or whatever. Things should be more stable, I think. Then you can like actually day trade and make money. But dude, if you just look at like this compared to this, it's just, bro, it's a completely different game. Like, I can't even time the waves, honestly. Like, look at how much nonsense is going on there. And then up here, yeah, you got your nonsense, but you know, you could have, like, here you could buy calls, or even like more conservatively, you could have bought calls here. You know, if you get a calls for a month out, you could still at least break even by, you know, in a week or two. But not with this current market. You know, if you get calls, if you get puts here, bro, you're done. You know what I'm saying? ETF, baby, once bottom hits. Which one? There's actually a few that I'm looking at right now. I was doing some research because I'm trying to find a so what I did with my 401k, I pulled out all my money into a stable fund, but now I found that my company lets me do individual investing for my 401k. So I was going to try to get into this one, into SQQ, just buy it. They don't let me do leverage, so I might just be able to buy this. I was pointing out on Discord too that this kind of looks like a Head and Shoulders. But if we break out of this like tomorrow or whatever, then there is no Head and Shoulders. Tomorrow should be a pretty interesting day. If we break back underneath here, then we could fill it. You know, maybe we could do a Head and Shoulders. And so this is short the QQQ, so that would be bullish for the actual stock market. Because if we start breaking trend here, I guess we could just say 45. Let's just be more conservative. If you break like 45, this level here, then we could fill that shoulder, that second shoulder. However, on the QQQ, it looks bearish too. It looks like a cup. So it looks like a cup and handle. You do a cup and handle here, and then you got your handle right here, and that's bearish, and that's going to basically be here. And don't listen to me because my technicals don't ever work. We would make new lows basically though. You could even be conservative and put that up here. You would retouch the lows. So this is QQQ bullish, the Invesco QQQ. This is like tech and stuff. So it looks like a cup and handle here, or inverse cup and handle, which is bearish. Peace out. Good stuff as always. Need to eat some more cheese. Hey, you gotta get that cheese. Yeah, gotta get your dairy in. Appreciate you for tuning in, man, and good luck with everything. I'm gonna head off soon too as well. These are just some of the stuff that I was looking at. This is the after party now. All of them like VOO. What is VOO? This is Vanguard. Oh, the Vanguards. This one looks like a cup and handle too, kind of. And honestly, this was a head and shoulders up here. Head and shoulders up here. But now it looks like a cup and handle right there. Thanks for tuning in, investing money. I'll see you in the next stream, hopefully. Have a good one. Enjoy your cheese. This one is what, the S&P 500 ETF. So you would be bearish on this right now, or you'd be bullish? Oh, you're trying to get the bottom on this, right? That's what you're saying. Do you guys think we hit new lows? Because I know this looks like on the short-term pick, this looks like the low, but we have a long way to go. Like, if we break here, man, we're coming all the way back to like 2020 numbers. Like 300. So 50 points, that'd be like 1/6. That'd be like, what's 1/6? Like 15, 18%. 358 divided by 300. Like 20%, yeah. Sheesh, that'd be a big drop. The thing that's crazy, and basically I realize, is the market makers are the only people winning right now. They're making money off of puts or calls. They're just stealing people's premium. It's just, so I'm thinking I might just go back into shares. I think one of the guys in the Discord, one of the new guys on the Discord, he's buying this one a lot. It's basically a Direxion small cap bear leverage. So you just buy this and it's going to go up 3 times whatever the small cap index is. I was looking at this one. There's also, and I actually took notes because I was doing research. There's another one. It might not show up here, but it's called, but basically, actually it's not going to show up here. I tried earlier. DNXD short. Yeah, it's not going to show up here. Okay, now there is one though, the PSQ, I think, Pro Shorts Q, this one. This is only $13. Yeah, I've been doing some research on some stuff. What do you guys think though? How you guys feeling? This one is PSQ, it shorts the QQQ, but it's not leveraged. So this one is, I think, the one that I can actually get into for my 401k retirement. Like, imagine, so I got my, I sold, so let me go back to the SPY, and it's just gonna give a general idea. I sold my retirement stuff. I didn't like cash out. I just changed it into a stable fund. I actually sold it right here. It was like on a Friday at 413. And I was like, man, I hit the top, right? Because we had a double top here, it looked like. But then it rallied up, and I was kind of tilted. I was like, man, I missed out on like 13% or something. I was doing the math on it. But then I'm so glad because now we're down here. So overall, I think I've saved my 401k like 4 or 5%. Which when you do 4% in the thousands, it's a lot more money, right? Don't forget about socks long and socks. Oh yeah, that's good. I am worried about those because these are already beat up. This is, yeah, so this is the socks long. It looks very bullish, doesn't it? This actually might be time to get back into this. Do these have options, weekly options? This looks like it's trying to do this cup and handle thing again. This is actually good. Bring up Kahuna. This is good stuff right here. I forgot about, I just know that Nvidia is like beat down like so bad. I don't want to touch it because it's beat down so much. It's like I don't know how much further it can go down. So yeah, see, it's near the low. It's just like if it falls, if it starts falling, things are gonna get really crazy. If it, but also these are traps. Like these look like traps. Like let's take Amazon for example. This was like a trap right here. Basically, it took way longer for us to actually fall and break down. Everybody was talking about this gap fill, right? I was talking about it. Everybody was talking about it. But it was like, it wasn't even, it was a big move, but it was like kind of a trap, honestly. Because it moved slow. And I don't think it really paid as much as I thought people would get paid for, right? And then it actually started short squeezing people, and now it's back in here. So that's another thing. That's the reason I'm trying to be careful with Nvidia, because it's already beat down so much, right? And then this looks like a juicy put opportunity, right? But market makers aren't stupid, right? So they're gonna either suppress it, try to hold it, and yeah. Don't forget, yeah, I'm betting on SOX long when it hits 10. Let's take a look at that. But yeah, I like semiconductors long term, but I'm bearish short term because of the China stuff. But I don't want to play, even though I'm bearish on semiconductors, I don't really want to play it because they're beat down so much. So that's why I do like SOX short, but I thought they were kind of, overpriced. But looking at the chart, I think this actually has some legs to go, just personally. At least like $60, I think, for SOX short. That's what it looks like, because it has a cup handle. So yeah, SOX looks actually really good. I don't know, do these have options? Does SOX have options? And I know you brought up SOX long, so I might need to look at that for $10 too. SOX short, let me look up if they have options, weekly options. So they don't have to be weekly, but I don't want to do monthly because they don't really move as much. I like to do like 2 or 3 weeks out. So either I lose my money or I can make some bread. SOXL, Daily Semiconductor Bull ETF. I think they might be monthly, honestly. No, they're weekly. This is good. Yeah, nice. Okay, let me see the short one. I think the short one might be nice. I might have to add these back in, because the sentiment for semis is bearish, I think. This is $54, so I would be getting calls on this, and they're on the weeklies, so this is nice. I'm going to add this one actually to the chart, to my watch list. I think I already have the long one, or no, I just have the regular SOXX. I don't have the leveraged one on here. I had heard about the leveraged ones, but I never played them, because I think this is actually a really good one too, SLQ. But let's talk about SOXL first. I don't want to dish you. You said $10 on this. This is long. Aren't you like bearish though? You said $10. Does this have any history back here? Eesh, it's all the way down here. I see why you're trying to buy, because you're trying to buy the lows. Where this is where the action is, right here. You think it comes down to 750? That's like the recent lows, but maybe I need to move this up. Somewhere right there. This really just has a lot of price history. This is probably where I would mark my stuff, and then I guess we're technically right here, right? Or right there, I think. I'm gonna reset that. I'll move this actually here. I should have just left it there. So you're gonna buy here. I don't know if that's like the best time to get in, but looks like a cup and handle. This one's going down because of AMD and Nvidia. Yeah, and I think another company there's a few new that might be getting added to that China restriction list too. So I think there's more downside on semiconductors. Let's do the semiconductor restrictions. Let's look semiconductor restrictions. I think there were new ones that got added. Biden to hit China with broader curbs on 3 days ago. Total exports. Fuck, I ran out of my free articles. Okay, plans next month to broaden curbs on to semi to use. There's a few new ones I thought that got added. Let me do this really quick. Do you guys know the new ones that got added? I thought there was new ones. And there's a better one actually. This one might not. Okay, US to ramp up restrictions on semiconductor exports. Yeah, so I think they're gonna add new companies or other companies to the list. Oh, see, it looks like it might be these 3 US companies, KLA, Lam Research, and Applied Materials, already operate under the restrictions as directed by Commerce. Okay, maybe they're not adding new ones. Last month, tensions soared between US China over speaker. Yeah, This whole thing is another clusterfuck. Like Pelosi shouldn't have been going over there. Yeah, I don't want to get talked into politics, but yeah, Nvidia got restricted, and then what was the other one? AMD, right? So there's more downside, I think. They're still like trying to get regulations on semiconductors and stuff. China has demanded US to drop the requirement. So all this tension and stuff, it's not good for semiconductors in the short term. So that's why I do like that SOX short. It looks bullish. So I'm gonna keep this one on watch. SOX short. So that's why I do like this one actually. Because this is still a headwind for semiconductors. I was thinking there was new companies that got added. It might be these three. Let me make sure. Plans to increase semiconductor restrictions to China. Is this the same one? Yeah, it looks like it's these. It looks like yeah. So things are still looking bad as far as semis. So as you can see, like there's been stocks that have been like leading, like Roblox, like it was outperforming, you know, going sideways. Tesla was going up, going sideways as the market sold off, right? So everything's going up. What's another? Airbnb was going up, like huge runs. Like these are towards their last month highs, right? So take a look at August 15th near the highs, September 15th near the high, and then compare that to the SPY and just indexes. August 15th up at the high, but SPY this time is at the low. So that stuff just doesn't make sense, right? So that's things that confuse me. So I don't think so. So if you look, these follow the SPY a lot better. So even though they're like, what's the word? Even though they are how do I say it? They just follow the SPY. But particularly there was individually stocks that just were like outperforming. Okay, so there's stocks that were just like outperforming. DraftKings is another one. But just in general, the semi sector is weak. So the individual stocks were outperforming the SPY, but semiconductors were following the SPY because that sector is weak right now. That's what I'm thinking, right? I don't know. Yeah, Airbnb double top. Yeah, crazy. DraftKings double top too. There's a lot of opportunities right now. Like this thing, I'm gonna wait. I talked about this one on Discord too, but yeah, I wanted to get calls and just ride it to the upside, but the risk reward just isn't there. I'm just gonna try to see if I can get puts near the high. How are futures looking right now? Let me see. Oh, they're bad right now. Okay, so maybe yeah, DraftKings, Airbnb, Snow is another one. I'm getting crushed in Snow puts, but everything trading near the highs versus the SPY near the lows doesn't make sense, right? DraftKings. So let me write these down. So if it's not a semiconductor, it was doing good. Uber was doing good. Yeah, Uber was doing good. Like a whole bunch of opportunities that you can, I guess, not short, but just take advantage of or at least consider looking at. Uber, Airbnb. What was the other one I said? DraftKings. What else did I say? Netflix, I think. Oh my God, don't get me started with Netflix. Snow did fall, yeah. I still have my puts on it, but I'm gonna be down, I think, tomorrow. So I have weeklies and I have some for next week. I think the ones for next week they still got a chance. Snow and Netflix. Netflix insane. It doesn't make sense, right? Oops. How you guys feeling though? Enough about me. So I guess my only point that I was saying is a lot of these stocks were out. Oh, Roblox was another one. Roblox, yeah, Roblox. So a lot of I guess my thing, what I was just trying to say is a lot of those companies were outperforming the SPY, but since the semi sector is weak, the semi sector was following the SPY. It was more realistic, right? Oh, somebody gave me a heart. Boo-hoo ho. What's up? Welcome. Are you real or are you spam? Are you a computer robot? Usually I get like spam in here. Are you real though? Do you love me though? Do you really love me? So what's up? I actually like the stuff that you brought up though. Socks long, socks short. I would not be looking at socks long just yet. I'll be looking at socks short for sure though. This is gonna look nice. That's probably the one that I'm ready to add to my list. If I can get some profits on snow, then I'll be looking at this. Probably should write all this stuff down for you guys. You guys did some good stuff today. So we have Uber, Airbnb, DraftKings, Netflix. We also have Snow and Roblox. Those are all potential good ones that you can maybe buy shorts on. But I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. I hope I helped a little bit with some stuff. Oh, and Tesla was at the high too, but I don't know. How are you guys feeling about Tesla? Are you guys still in Tesla? Bitch ass Netflix. Yeah, fuck Netflix, man, for real. Crazy ass. So we bullish on this? This looks like a cup and handle. It looks kind of bullish. I don't want to say that because Plug's got puts, but and I'm always wrong on TA. So do the opposite of my TA and you're gonna make money. So I'm bullish on Tesla right now, right? So get the puts. Honestly, this does look like a cup and handle, but more appropriately, it looks like a triangle, like an inverse triangle, maybe a triple top. With the indexes weak, I like the puts here. I would ignore the cup and handle. The cup and handle's broke already. It's been broke. I think this is a triangle basically here. It's a ascending triangle. At the very least, retouch like 280 and then maybe go back up and then maybe break out. That's what I'm thinking. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We need 260. You need 260? Oh, fuck. I don't know, brother. We do have that gap fill down here. I think we could see 280 tomorrow on Tesla. I can give you that. Maybe. Worst case scenario. This thing just doesn't move as much as it used to, honestly. It moves like $5 or $10 now. Yeah, it used to move hella, like... Yeah, Tesla used to be the Tesla stock to trade, but... what else we got, y'all? 280, you'd be good with 280? I think 280 would be good. Yeah, it's a $20 move. I don't know, like... It only does the ranges, it's like $10 now, like I said. 300 to 309. Ended up closing at 303. Probably 290 tomorrow. Let's talk about swing trading next time. Everything is shriveled and compressing. Yes, Michael. Welcome. How you feeling, Michael? What stocks you watching, brother? Big Kahuna wants to talk about swing trades. I think swing trades... Oh, why am I typing in swing? I think swing trades are going to be so nice, so juicy when we get back in these conditions. When you get a call here, and then the next day you gap up, you already up. You bored? Hey. Well, hey, you gotta get ready for the game. I don't know if you watch football. PLTR, I haven't looked at this one. Isn't this like at $10 or something? $8? Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I haven't charted this in a long ass time. I gotta go to the daily to get an idea. So we had this. I'm just gonna clear it. How about that? We gotta get some more eyes on this. It looks like it double topped, honestly, right here. This looks nasty. Or it could be a cup and handle. If it breaks 786, then I would probably get puts. But it doesn't move in much. It moves like $0.50 each day. It looks like a double top to me, and this resistance looks strong, like right here. But I'm the worst charter on the planet, so I don't know. It looks like it double topped. I think it's probably gonna come back down. I think Palantir is a good stock. They just have a lot of shares. Their share flow is huge. It's like 1.7 billion. That's why it doesn't move that much. It's basically like SoFi. That's why SoFi doesn't move much. They have like 500,000 shares, 700,000. SoFi was up big today, actually. I think they ended up closing. Well, they were up higher. But yeah, what do you think about PLTR? I haven't looked at their fundamentals or anything. Are you doing this for the long term, or are you doing this just for day trades? We could look at options if you want me to. We can look at the options. We have the trend there, but that's super inaccurate because that means we're coming back down to 750. It's had big moves though. I mean, 5% today. So it does about $0.50. I think we could see 760 tomorrow. What do you think? Let me look at the flow for you. Should we look at the flow for you? Hey, somebody hit the like button. Let me close some of these tabs out so I can work better. So that's all the stuff we covered today. Oh, that's the flow. I didn't mean to close the flow. We'll just get it going again. Let's get the flow going. Yes, yes. Boo hoo ho. Oh, I think I know who this is. Yeah, I saw you in my dreams. No, I'm kidding. 25,000. See if Polestar has any. Nah, Polestar has just these two, but these are not good. Do you guys want to see Palantir stuff or not? Palantir options today, $11 puts, 63,000. Cross orders, we just ignore those. Am I right? Let's look at the 15,000, see if we can get anything going with this. So puts, there's still puts, 63,000, 16,000. And then selling puts. I think a lot of people are buying 11s for some reason. And then $8 calls. But we're already, the fundamentals needs to get better on PLTR. I thought they had good government contracts. Do they not have good government contracts or what? Yes. Let me look at some of the stuff on it. So bullish premium coming down. So the run might be over, honestly, for PLTR. The bullish premium was what, just yesterday, and then we had a good day, and now it's coming back down. Bearish premium is still staying up there. I think the run might be done for PLTR. Cope is coming down, but yesterday, or what was this, 2 days ago, and then it started coming down. Price still going up. There's still more call volume though. There's more people on the call side. I know what we can do. We can look at the premium flow on the hot chains. This is probably my new favorite thing to look at, hot chains tickers. I think we'll see a downside day tomorrow, am I right? How's my futures looking right now? Oh shoot, I gotta get ready for the football game, people. This is gonna be the last one we look at because I gotta get my lineup ready. I gotta go grab some food too. Where are we at with hot tickers? Let me look at filters. We're gonna do 35 days. You can join the Discord if you want. It's down below. It's free. And we're just trying to grow some people and have people chat and do stuff. You feel me? I appreciate Kahuna though for that SF socks short. We're gonna add that one to the watch list, fellas. PLTR, most of the premium going into this is neutral. I don't really follow those. So calls, actually there's still more premium going into calls today. The next week, $8 calls. Let me look at volume premium, volume open interest. Actually, I might be bullish on PLTR. There seems to be a lot of more open interest on the volume open interest on these 950s and $9. So maybe it is a cup and handle. Maybe it's a cup and handle. I will watch 785. What do you think? Good looking. Thanks. Yes, sir. Thanks. Thank you for the good looking out. I would look at the support here, 785. So either a double top right here, or it's a cup and handle here. If it holds and then it starts making that handle, then you might be in business. You feel me? That's fire. Yeah, that's fire, ain't it, Michael? So basically what this is volume over open interest. Now it's not like great because it's 1-to-1. So it's like open interest that was there already, and then now they're either buying another 3,000, so it'd be like 6,000 tomorrow, or if it comes down to zero, that means they closed out these $9 put or these $9 calls. If this open interest comes down, then I'll be bearish. So I would watch for this data tomorrow to update. And then same thing here, like 400 open interest and then 600 volume. If this comes down, then I'll be bearish. But these do have a little bit more time, but still. On the premium side, so that's what it looks bullish, but if they close those positions, then I'll be bearish. And then on the premium side, the calls still have more money, which makes sense because we were up today huge, right? But and these are bullish too. But like I said, the main thing is to see how this stuff carries over tomorrow. 3,000 to 3,000. If this comes back down to like 1,000, then that means that the run's done, I think. You feel me? And if this comes down from 400 down to like, 100 or something, that means the run's done. But if these go up, that means there's more upside coming. That's how I would look at it. But I'm going to wrap up the video. I didn't mean to get too distracted. This is like the Polestar one. Make sure to subscribe so you guys can know when I go live, and I'll do like actual... Thank you, Poppy. Okay. Hey. I got a compliment today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to do an actual like live stream with just like live stock talk, and I hope you guys join to that one, and we'll do like a watch list. We'll create a watch list. We'll do charting. We'll do options flow. It'll be a lot more chiller. I just got to go because I want to watch this game. You feel me? Polestar sounds like the strip club. Yeah, but it's a money-making strip club. You feel me? Hopefully, Polestar holds its levels. I've already kind of talked about those levels there. We had the cup breakout. I think we're going to like $8.90, $9. And then as long as we hold this support, we chilling. I think that's gonna about wrap it up though. I hate to go, but I gotta go watch this game. Now that I got money on it, that's why basically. But subscribe, hit the like button if you can, and then join us for the next live stream. I'm gonna do like a live watch list probably this weekend, so we can get ready for the week ahead. And then we'll just stay tuned. Stay tuned. We always got good stuff. I appreciate Michael Boogie Ho, Plug Big Kahuna, Plug Man again was in here, Investing Money, and who else was in here? I think that was it. I appreciate you guys making the live stream what it is. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.